We'll just give a recap so far of what we've exposed in this documentary series. We've exposed a senior ranking West Mercia police officer who was receiving money off Pakistani rape gangs. How many of the mainstream media have reported on that? None. I'd like to ask you this. You're going to see in this film corruption to the highest level from the police. Well, I'll ask you, where are GB News? Where the fuck are you? How come you're not covering any of these stories? Do you know the important thing is that we have citizen journalism, we have independent media, and every single one of you who now act as the media. It's important that you share this film. Again, our survivor is here today. I'm losing my voice already. Our survivor is here today. Just for 1 minute, listen to this story and try and think of going through any of the things that they've gone through as a family. We'll now play the film. Hello. You must be freezing. I'm freezing, man. Are you as disgusted as I am watching that? Can we just have a round of applause? This is episode 5 for the fact that 5 courageous women have told all, bared all in an emotional way. It must be so challenging for them to do that, to come forward. Yeah? Without them coming forward, what do we want to do? We want to shine a light on what's happening in towns and cities across this country. The courage of these ladies is what helps us do that. I know everyone spent some money. I want to say a special thank you to every one of you. I know it's cost some money to get to Telford. It's an awkward place to get to. So I want to thank everyone who is coming. Do you know one of these survivors? When I say, do you know what really fucking pisses me off? Is I look at the rapists and they are living and running this town right now. They're driving around in sports cars, they've got their businesses. And then I look at the lives of the survivors. Yeah? Girls are going around now with buckets. Anything you put in this bucket is going to be evenly divided amongst these ladies that took part in these demonstrations, in these films. And I say that in the sense that Nicole from episode 1, struggle, no carpets, needs help. Every one of them need help. Kareen, let me read you actually. Kareen, I hope you don't mind me doing this, yeah? If I can read you the messages from Kareen even just yesterday about the desperation and the fear of coming here today to watch this, of coming back to Telford, of the fact she's alone. Her family are here, she can't be here. She's going to be back on a plane now next week, going out of the country, where she's hiding, where she's been driven from her country and driven from her home. On their arses, each and every one of them, so anything you put into these buckets, the ladies are bringing them around, is going straight to them. Some generous lady just come up to me and donated money there, so I'll thank everyone here. Karina's asked me to say a thank you to everyone who's come here today, but you see, I take the reward for these films. I stand there, people watch the content, I take the reward. There's a lot of people who do a lot of work behind the scenes to make these films possible. A lot of people who risk their safety, risk their lives, at times, surveillance. Do you know, in there we confronted Waj. The rest of them are in Pakistan, because we spent weeks outside their houses, weeks outside their businesses. It's frustrating. You see, the police officer in this case, she's also hiding as well. Because I delayed this and delayed it because I wanted to get them. But they're gone. Yeah? Now, every single town and city is plagued by these gangs. And I wanted to say there, Richard Inman, I want to thank Richard. He's going to give a speech in a minute. Richard was heavily involved in this work. Kaz was heavily involved in this work. Secret Pete, Chris Agoston. There were so many people who put in so much time. And it's pretty, sometimes you're watching and I'm saying, have we got him? We're there 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. No, we're looking at pictures of different men coming out of the houses. So every one of you who support our work, give us the ability to have teams that do that, to create content like that, to support families like that. I think upwards of nearly £20,000 in the end was spent relocating this family. That's not our job. You see this building here? That's Telford and Wrekin Council's old building. That's their new building. Episode 6, we're going after them. You're going to get to see. You're going to get to see the faces We're going to be speaking to them. They actively, 10 of them, we'll call them the Telford 10, actively signed letters to our Home Secretary. We've got their letter with their signatures on it, trying to block the independent inquiry into child exploitation in this town. Yeah? 10 of them. They're all Labour. They're all white men for Labour who were trying to hide this. Yeah? I know we've been here a long time. You've watched this film. Again, I just want to thank you. Corinne, darling, I want to thank you for showing courage. I know how difficult it was for you. So, I'd like to ask, has anyone else noticed a shift in the country, the way we're thinking? How many people are awake? How many people now understand we're being deceived, we're being lied to? Our borders are open, they're bringing people in who are going to be a risk to every one of your family members, including mine. I'll ask every one of you to do one thing, yeah? I'm grateful you've come here today. On March the 23rd, yeah? If everyone has the challenge to go along, go home, and convince one more person to come with you, yeah? We're going to go, we had an independent inquiry in Telford. We had an independent inquiry in Rotherham. Yeah, we've got an inquiry in Rotherham. When they tried to get an inquiry in Oldham, it was put to a council vote. Oldham has a large Muslim population. One of the men involved in the grooming, I believe, was a welfare officer for Oldham Council, so you can understand why they don't want an independent inquiry. When it was put to the vote, Labour blocked the vote. They blocked the independent inquiry. There's been no uproar. There's a lot I haven't got time to stress. We will stress. On the 23rd of March, we'll be in Oldham. Okay? And I urge every one of you, you've seen today, we can come here. I would question why, with all the places in this city that they can put the opposition, they put them all over there, yeah? In the hope to cause confrontations. Why, if there was someone causing a problem earlier outside the police station, they thought the need to send 4 police officers into the middle of thousands of people to try to pull them out. These sorts of things are done for optics, for photographs. Don't fall into it. Again, we've showed in 5 demonstrations here, there's not been one single arrest. Not one, right? We've held 5 of these rallies here, 5 of these films. We've come into this city. I would, again, I shouldn't need to give them applause, but Telford Police certainly have not stopped us in our journalism in this town, okay? We've actively been in the town, we've been surveillancing, we've been allowed to hold our films on the day. The officers have been good, so I want everyone to remember that when we go to Oldham, for the public to remember we're not coming for trouble, we're coming to expose, we're coming to highlight, and we're coming to demand on behalf of the victims that there is an inquiry and the people in these council buildings and in those police uniforms are held accountable for failing these victims. There should be an inquiry into what happened in Crewe. Again, everybody here, I know you've come a long way, yeah? You've come a long way. We've been demonised, you've been slandered. I had my mate, do you know the disappointing thing? My mate said to me, it's got about 100 employees, yeah? And he's got big contracts or big businesses. And he said he was speaking to his mate who said he couldn't come, he was worried about coming. He said he'd lose everything he's got if he was pictured or photographed here with government contracts. But he's still here, yeah? It's important. Nothing has been this important. There's no issue in our country that's important as what's been allowed to happen to our daughters in every single town and city. No, the public still have no idea of the size of this problem, and it ain't going to get any better, okay? It's only going to get worse. If there's ever an issue, you should get up off your arse and come out on the street. It's this. We should be demanding it. There should be government, you know, when the NCA, the National Crime Agency, it can't be left to Telford Police to investigate rape gangs in this town, because half the police work with the rape gangs. The National Crime Agency needs to be brought in from outside into every town and city. It worked in some Yorkshire towns. The National Crime Agency were brought in, 30 convictions, 40 convictions in all different towns and cities. The NCA need to investigate these crimes in every town and city, and the government need to intervene and make sure that there are independent inquiries into what has gone on and who's at fault. I've got some flowers here. I'm not going to embarrass you, I'm trying to get you up here. was someone who criticised the Palestinian flags in Bethnal Green. Do you remember it? And the police dawn raided them. What people don't know is when they dawn raided them, his wife has been suffering and battling cancer for years. And yeah, you can't criticise the Palestinian flag in your own country. So I've got some flowers for Jo, who always drags herself here. That's your birthday card, something from everyone. Telford one that you struggled to make, and you said you don't think you'd make another one. Yeah. You're here now. It's the Scottish light in you. It's the Scotch in you. It's the Scottish in you. I knew you'd be here, so I'm blessed to see you. But again, just one of the other. Do you know what? We've done other documentaries where we've had to pull them at the minute. So a lot of other work's gone on. I don't know how much I can really tell about another lady in this town and police failures. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait for an outcome of some court cases coming up. But when you see the details behind the scene and what's gone on there, again, where this police force are just intent in locking up victims rather than the perpetrators. But I hope to see you all in Oldham, make the plans. Is everyone here, every single person here going to make it to Oldham on March 11th? And then you're all going to bring a friend with you as well. That's your job. Every one of you's got a task. Go and convince someone else. Be brave. Be fearless. If you're English, if you're Scottish, if you're Welsh, if you're Northern Irish, whoever you are and you're watching this, get out with us on the streets. Enough is enough. If this was happening to Muslim girls in our country, every one of them would have took to the streets. It's about time we stood up for our daughters, our women, our sisters, right? And if you're watching this, I've just seen what's in the buckets. There's a lot, you all give a lot of money for these survivors. It's going to help them out like you wouldn't even believe. If you're watching this and you're one of the people who supported this event today, we put it to a poll to see who wanted to have an outdoor event. So everyone liked it, everyone had a good day. It's important we do this. If you're one of the people who supported this, an event like this costs £10,000. I'm grateful that you put us in a position to do that. So, and I'm grateful to every one of you that have come. And yeah, thank you, thank you. We'll see you now.